Hello everybody, Neo here from Back to Warcraft reporting on the new patch 1.27. We have been speculating about this for I think 9 to 10 months now, and at first everybody was laughing, haha, Blizzard is never gonna do anything with Warcraft, and well, here it is. We got a video today on replays.net from one of Blizzard's employees dealing with the classic games, and he said the patch is coming on Tuesday. So before we talk about this, before we talk about what they could change, what they should change, and what's most likely going to happen, let's watch the video first.
Greetings, Warcraft 3 player community in China. My name is Rob Breidenbecker, and I head up the Classic Games group here at Blizzard. Thank you very much for your support over the past decade of playing Warcraft 3. Over the past few months, you may have noticed, we have introduced a new battle platform. It's introduced features like matchmaking, the ability to communicate with your friends at a level that is unparalleled to anything that we have done with Warcraft 3 in the market before. And on top of that, we're proud to announce that on March 15th, the next patch for Warcraft 3 will be available in the market simultaneously with the rest of the globe. This is only our first stop, and we look forward to having you along on the journey. Thank you again for all of your commitment, and we look forward to seeing you online.
Robert Breidenbecker breaking the news here for all the Warcraft 3 enthusiasts in the world. The new patch is coming on Tuesday, and he said it's the first stop on a long journey, so we can expect more changes in the future. So what's most likely going to happen? He said that the patch is coming around the world, like globally. That means it doesn't only apply to NetEase, and it will include NetEase as well. So this points towards balance patches, because why should they patch NetEase? Because NetEase is super fine. It has great matchmaking, it has great ping, everything you need for Warcraft basically. So why should they change NetEase when there's no balance patch involved, or a new map, or whatever it is? Some content is changing here. On the other side, what can happen is that NetEase is going global on a Warcraft platform. Will they include it in the launcher? I don't know. Well, from this point on, this is just speculation from my end. But since they're working so closely with NetEase and the infrastructure is here, I think they could just translate the client and make it global. Maybe the design is more for the Asian people and they have to change things here and there. In the long run at least, but I think there's a good possibility that the NetEase client is coming to Europe, to America, to wherever. So for that, what they need to change is, of course, the ping in Battle.net, which is still like crazy high for the guys who doesn't have DSL internet connections. Hackers are a big problem, of course. They need to fix that as fast as possible. And yeah, balance patches. So what I know from players, other guys in the scene, Warden, of course, this has been speculated right after WCA that the Chinese human players complained about the Warden. Most likely gonna get nerfed. Blade Master is gonna get nerfed, as far as I know. Maybe not the Blade Master initially, but the critical strike mechanics. So we've been complaining for years now that the items you find should not apply to critical strike. So because if you pimp your Blade Master with 5 claws and an invul potion, of course, to stay healthy, that results in 350 plus damage from one critical strike, which is ridiculously high, and we see it over and over again since the Orc players adapted so well to that mechanic. So what they could do, or what I expect them to do, is limit the critical strike and not applying bonus damage. So it's still a good damage output from critical strike on level 2 and 3, but it's not crazy high anymore. That one crit's it's as strong as one coil, for example. So that's what I expect. Plus, I heard today that footmen are gonna get nerfed. This is very interesting because I think no one has thought about a footman change. as far as I know. But it kind of makes sense, since one of the big imbalances there are is, of course, human versus undead. Once the human gets the expo up, the game is basically won if you don't play like a stupid idiot. So making it easier for the undead to crush the expansion without nerfing the buildings, that's one way. I don't know if they will like lower the HP of a footman, or will they make defense weaker. These are the two possibilities I see here. So the life of a human will get harder. Of course, this applies to other matchups as well. Versus Night Elf. I don't think versus Orc so much. Maybe in the mirror as well. But of course, that goes for both sides. So Night Elf might have it a little easier against human. But of course, then there's the Warden change that we don't know nothing about. So yeah, very exciting times for the meta game of Warcraft. A lot of things will change, I guess, if they apply the balance changes as I expect them to do. So, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, let's not get too excited. Maybe it's just the technical side, because in the end of the video you could see they named the patch 1.27a. That points directly towards 1.7b, of course, because otherwise they wouldn't name it 1.27a. So maybe the plan is, okay, this is a long journey, as they said. We're gonna do small steps here. First, let's get the infrastructure back up and fix the most imbalanced things, and let's see how it goes from there, and then improve the client. They did that for Diablo 2 this week. They made it possible for Mac users to play again, since it wasn't possible with the new Mac versions. So I can see that for Warcraft 3. This is basically a given, I guess. Focus on Mac, make Mac playable again. So apart from that, if the infrastructure for Warcraft 3 changes, this means there's gonna be a danger for War 3 Arena. Of course, I broke the news to the staff of War 3 Arena that the patch is coming, and the initial reaction from Pat, who is like the main guy of War 3 Arena, was this: an annoyed emoticon. So I don't know what's the meaning behind this. Could be, oh my god, I have to work so much because all the changes, I have to fix it. Or will it not work with a 1.27a? So I'm just saying, don't get too excited. Maybe your beloved Warcraft server is not working anymore after this. But maybe it's obsolete. Maybe War 3 Arena will be becoming obsolete after this patch, because Battle.net is playable again. So we have no idea. There's so many chances for this patch that we're all hoping for, that we all not expect, but dreamed about for the past 5 years, because it's 5 years since we saw a patch. But yeah, there are risks, and this is one of the risks, that it doesn't work. For us personally, maybe our overlay is not working anymore. We will see. We will see on Tuesday, because I saw a lot of bullshit. There's not going to be a new race. There's not going to be a new hero. Maps are very unlikely, I'd say. It's baby steps. So let's get back to the level that everybody can play again. Then fine-tune some balance mechanics, and then develop the game again. That's what I expect. So don't expect that they throw everything at us on Tuesday. Don't be too excited. Know about the risks. Think about it with a clear mind. And then have fun playing on Tuesday. I hope we will stream as soon as the patch goes up. I'm talking with Remo for a streaming session. But yeah, exciting times for Warcraft. It's all gonna be great, I hope. And yeah, once we have the patch notes, of course, there will be detailed talks, I guess, with pro players, with guys from the scene. So we are preparing. We are preparing. And so should you. Patch 1.27a coming Tuesday. Have fun.